One of the toughest things we go through when we're coaching is getting managers to understand the use of language when coaching. And I think about coaching and I think about some of the different things that we have to do to get people to open their minds. See, a lot of times people get lulled into the notion that coaching is about manipulation, steering them, getting them to a place that we need them to perform better. While there's some truth in that, there's nothing better than that person wanting to get to the place to perform better on their own. So coaching is about planting a seed. Ultimately, the employee decides, the person being coached decides if that seed's going to grow. So for example, if we have somebody with a negative attitude, okay? If we have someone with a negative attitude, what do we typically do? We tell them they have a negative attitude, as if we've inspired and motivated them. And they come around the desk and they hug and kiss us. And they say, man, thanks, I've been battling this attitude for decades. I'm happy you showed up. Doesn't work that way, right? So ultimately, there are 5 words we encourage people to use. We, share, opportunity, perspective, and observation. Let me give you an example. If I bring somebody in and I say, Cindy, you've got a terrible attitude. Your crappy attitude is affecting the team. I've heard some other people, they're frustrated. Guess what happens? She's thinking about who said it. Why didn't they talk to me? Boy, you're pretty mad at me. Is my job on the line? And they don't really have the wherewithal to do what? Assimilate. Geez, what do I need to change? What do I need to do? How do I look in the mirror? They won't do that on their own. Whereas if I called Cindy in and say, Cindy, I think we have an awesome opportunity to reduce some stress in the workplace, to get people engaged more as more effective teammates. And I think we can do that together. And I want to share an opportunity and a perspective with you, with your permission, of where I think we could do that specific to you. What are your thoughts? Typically, the employee says, well, sure, go ahead. I want to share with you a perspective that from observation and certainly perspectives that I've experienced, where if you invested more and engaged more and maybe even conversed more, I think you and your teammates would have more effective, less stress-driven relationships. Hearing that, what goes through your mind? Now, what did I do? I kind of gave a glimpse of the future. I didn't really even address the attitude yet. Heck, I didn't even use the word attitude. And that's the type of language that starts a conversation in a very forward-thinking manner. So again, the 5 words are, we're in it together. Share, it's a friendly way for me to disseminate. Opportunity, it's the WIFT. What's in it for that person? If you cannot answer that, all you're typically doing is giving regurgitated feedback or rhetorical feedback. And observation and perspective are words that neutralize our emotional interpretation. So instead of saying, I'm frustrated, I want to share a perspective with you. It's a safer way to start the conversation. I hope this has helped.